Hi, it's John from iMedia. When you're planning an event like a job fair or your facility is processing large amounts of people, where it requires for some pre-screening, it can take a significant amount of human resources to operate. You often see in the airport where there's a kiosk and it needs to assist with processing border personnel to direct you accordingly. My Lobby's visitor management system gives you a self-directed pre-screening kiosk that will automate the process for you when you're stepping into a facility that is doing an event for the large amount of people. And I'm going to show you how that process works. So you arrived here at the facility and you want to check in, and you'll then be greeted by a question and what position you're at. And so we can customize this, whether, today you might be doing job interviews for a assembly line or warehouse or truck driver position, direct you accordingly, just like your processing we saw in the airport. You put in your name, your information, and then we could put a bunch of customized questions that pertain to the questions that maybe initial screening would ask. Are you legally able to work in this country? What was your previous job? Are you able to lift more than 40 pounds? These questions could be whatever you want. Check marks, they could be open-ended questions, whatever you might need. So you'll have it all there. Do you have a valid driver's license? Do you have any driver violation? Or so we can have different track of questions for warehouse or truck driver, and the same with assembly. And so that's why you can just customize them accordingly. And once you're done answering those questions, so then you could pick out for which position, just to reconfirm you're here for the assembly line, the warehouse, and then you could be redirected as to which queue, and all that information you'll see in the back end. As he picks the warehouse, it'll ask to take a picture if that's an option you choose. The applicant will then just reconfirm that this is correct, this is your name, this is who you are, and you hit OK, a confirmation that you're now checked in, and then they have it in the back end. And if you wanted to print a badge, you could do that too, but you can have the option not to do that. And then you're processed. And so that gives you an idea how the front end would look like a kiosk for an event such as this. And this is all self-directed by like a little tablet that can do it all for you. So this is your dashboard and seeing, what data is coming in. This is all in real time, and so we can see if we want to go further into the details that are coming in. We see the names of the individual, their phone number, what position they're coming in for. And again, this is where we're role-playing this and using it where we're processing a lot of people, and it's in a job fair. And so there was in 3 different positions, or a few different positions for a truck driver, or positions for a warehouse, positions for assembly line, and you can see. So if I'm one of the human resource person and my responsibility today is interviewing people for the assembly line position, and you'll see all the details of that individual. And so if they ask questions, and you can see what they've answered already, so this helps you expedite what we talked about earlier about having that data come in already, so that you can make that interview a lot shorter and see maybe if this is the right applicant for the position, and there's that data about that individual there already. Here are the different categories that we chose, and so if there's going to be more positions than just the truck driver, assembly line, and warehouse, you can also add. You simply go here, and maybe it's going to be cafeteria type position. Site configuration is where we put all those questions. And so if we go under features, so this is some of the questions that we asked. Do you have a valid driver's license? Do you have any driver violations? So you could also then you then target or track where you want that question to go. Is it just for the truck drivers? Because maybe it's really not relevant for the assembly line worker. The appropriate questions will be then tethered, if you will, to that track. So let's say this is the next person that you think you want to see. If you do turn the picture option on, this is what it'll look like. This is me, I don't know, having my thumb next to the camera, I guess. I don't know why, but I just quickly put in I put gibberish for my name, company. That's an option, because if I'm an individual, I work for no company. Anyway, so the host is HR. I put like employee, or this would have been assembly line worker. But this is the positions that I wanted to work, the questions that I was asked. Can I legally work in this country? I said yes. What was your previous job? I put packaging, warehouse. Do you have a forklift license? I said yes, 5 years. As a human resource person, I'm really interested to talk about that person because they have enough experience, 5 years of experience with a forklift, and that's really what we need. And so again, I could talk to this individual and then be able to process them accordingly. Export all of this data. Let me show you what that looks like. And here's all the exported data that I have of this particular individual. This just shows employee table, what position, really that should be what position this is. And so the position with warehouse, assembly, what time they came in, what time they came out. And these are the questions that they answered. Can you lift 40 pounds? Yes. Here are their answers. 4 years, 5 years. All this data is then exported into a spreadsheet, and then you can do whatever you want with that data. So there you go. You saw basically everything, how the back end looks like for My Lobby's visitor management system. Thank you for watching.